Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Vibration. My name is Kamoy. We're doing a daily vibration for, guess what? We're already at what? December 10th, 2020, right? We got less than 30 days before the month is finished, right? Okay. So let me just start off by saying welcome to the channel. So if you're tuning in via YouTube, welcome. If you're tuning in via Instagram, welcome. If you're tuning in via Facebook, welcome. If you are tuning in via my podcast, welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you to take the time out to actually listen or watch the videos, okay? So today, like I said, is December 10th, 2020, and we are vibrating on the number 8. So the actual date is vibrating on the number 8, and today is Thursday. And guess what? Thursday also vibrates in the number 8. So we have double numbers today, which is actually kind of like mastery at its finest, right? So that means that the power of the number 8 is even infused more today. So be mindful of the energies that you are jumping in and out of, as well as the mental states that you're jumping in and out of today. All right. So whether you are seeking inspiration, motivation, spiritual guidance, spiritual enlightenment, if you're into signs and symbols, numerology, astrology, if you just know that there's some shit going on and you can't quite put your finger on it, you might be able to find something here. Okay. Now, my one requirement really is just being able to work on yourself, right? So instead of working on everybody else and trying to figure out everyone else and why everyone else do what they do, honey, why don't you figure out why you do what you do, right? So today, vibrating on the number 8, we have a few just energetic patterns with that number that you may want to be aware of, all right? And let me just also let you know, Thursdays also vibrate with the energy of Jupiter, okay? So Jupiter rules Thursdays, all right? And if you're into tapping into the color or working with energy in the mode of color, that is going to be the color of purple or deep blue, okay? Yeah, let me just also let you know, this is actually one of the largest planet, and it's actually one of the most powerful planet, okay, that you can tap into. And Jupiter is known about expansion, so you can expand your thoughts today, you can expand your money, you can expand your wellness, you can expand whatever you want today, right? Keeping in mind that we are all energetic beings with electrical, magnetical pulsation like flowing through us. So we're literally electrical magnetical beams, okay? So we send out electrical pulse and we attract electrical pulse, aka frequencies, to us, right? Now, without getting into frequencies and what that means, and that's a different video for a different day. We're going to tap into what the number 8 is vibrating on and some of the things that you want to be mindful as you're interacting with others or even with yourself today, okay? So on the positive end of the number 8, or on the higher vibrational end of the number 8, you want to pay attention to your intuition. Like, so intuition or intuitive energy is attached to any number, and I talk about this every day, and I'm going to continue to repeat myself, right? Because one of the ways that you reprogram yourself is through repetition, okay? So intuition plays a big part in how you can move throughout your day. So if you trust your intuition, you can definitely tap into your center, right? And your center is going to lead you to a place of wholeness, right? So the goal is about taking all the peace that you've collected over the years. You know how they say, find your peace, find your peace, find your peace, right? So now we're in the mood where, or in the energetic pattern where you now need to collect all your peace and get to your wholeness, okay? It's all about being whole now, right? So one of the ways that you can get to your wholeness, or you can become whole, is trusting your intuition, okay, which can take you to the different levels within yourself, all right? So trusting your intuition is going to be key today. The number 8 also vibrates on personal power. So some of you will find that you have to tap into your personal power today and have that courage to step forth and maybe face some of the fears or deal with some of the issues, or maybe even deal with certain people today, right? Truth and integrity is going to be key as you're moving throughout this energy and dealing with others, right? So the key is always going to be not what you do when others are watching. It's going to do with what are you doing when others are not paying attention, right? So truth and integrity is going to be key for some of you today. Remember that the seed that you plant is the seed in which grows, okay? And that can be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, okay? Skills and talents is going to be key for some of you today. And I just did an ancestral reading and they talked about being able to trust, right? Being able to trust your skills and your talents in this changing time. So for some of you, you're going to have to tap into that and just trust your skills and your talents and know that you will be okay. And you will just have to adjust to the moving times. And some of you might have to get quiet to do that, all right? Now, good judgment is also in the atmosphere with the number 8 today. So be mindful about that. You can jump into any state at any given time. A state is a pattern of thinking, a frequency in which you can tap into to utilize that energy in which that frequency is governed by, okay? So control and self-discipline is also vibrating in number 8 today, as well as new beginnings, all right? So at any time throughout today, you can tap into any one of these states or vibrations in which the number 8 is tuned into. Now, there's several of them. I just pulled out a few, okay? Now, on the lower end of the number 8 or the lower vibrational end of the number 8, you have to pay attention to the ego because we do have a lot of ego in the atmosphere today. Lack of control is going to be there for some people, so they're not going to have that self-discipline that's needed to get through maybe emotional, mental, physical, or spiritual things today because they lack the discipline to do so. So you need to be mindful of that so you're not jumping states with them and getting caught up in someone else's loops, okay? You have dictatorship energy in the atmosphere today, so you can find people wanting to dictate to you your day, your time, your money, okay? So be mindful of that, okay? And that can play out in many different systems and many different avenues today, so you want to be mindful. Domineering energy is in the atmosphere today, as well as being, I'm better than, that superiority complex is in the atmosphere today, so the narcissists are out today, so be mindful of that today. Greed and lack of judgment, poor judgment is in the atmosphere today also, so you want to be mindful of that as you're dealing and interacting with people today, all right? Remember, everyone in the collective is dealing with the same energy, right? What do they say? You wrestle not with flesh and blood, but with principalities and powers in higher places that you know not of, all right? So these are the principalities and these are the places and these are the things that some of us know not of. So now that you have an understanding of some of the energies and maybe even the elementals, right, that rules these energies, you can change states throughout the day if you need to, okay? All right, so now let's tap into your message, right? We're going to deal with the elementals today, right? Now, if you are not new to the channel, and I don't even remember if I said my name, I apologize. I'm halfway through the video, and I don't remember if I said my name, but if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Cosmo. If you are not new to the channel, welcome back. Y'all know how I do this. We do the elements, okay? Because you are not just responsible for mastering your sun sign, aka the month in which you were born. You're also responsible for mastering your whole zodiac wheel, which means that you're responsible for mastering all 12 aspects of the zodiac wheel, okay? All right, so we're going to start off with the fire elements. That is going to include Sagittarius, Leos, as well as Aries. Okay, now if you are not a fire sign, this energy is going to apply to action, intuitive energy, as well as maybe passionate or lustful energy in your life. All right, so just apply it to the situation. Okay, and if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. So you don't have to be a fire sign to grab this message. This can apply to some place in your life that you may need to take action or movement also, if dealing with the fire energy. Okay. All right, so we're dealing with the ancestral card today. So this is, going to be tapping into ancestral realm, okay? So the message today is the star ancestor. You want to follow the voice of the soul, which is that quiet voice from within. And sometimes you gotta get quiet to do so, okay? So it's asking you to follow the voice of the soul. It's garbage there. I apologize for that. You might hear that in the background. My apologies, okay? You also have be brave and honest with the nice energy popping up, okay? And that goes back to that whole integrity that we talked about with the vibration of the number 8 today, right? You also have the magic guardian popping up. And the magic guardian is asking you to unlock the magic within. So you want to follow the voice of the soul. You definitely want to go ahead and be brave and be honest so you can unlock the magic within. That's still going back to tapping into skills and talents. And this could even mean creative ways to solve problems today. Also, my wonderful fire signs, okay? So be open to that, to follow that intuitive voice and your intuition, because we do know fire energy also represents your intuitive nature. So be mindful that that is an aspect that you can explore the day within yourself. Okay. All right. So now we're going to jump over to the wonderful air signs. Okay. If you are an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, this message can apply to you. Okay. If you are not an air sign, this message can apply to the element of your thinking, your spiritual or your mental thinking. Okay. This is going to be the conversations that you have with yourself internally, the mental mind loops, the negative thoughts, the positive thoughts. Okay. The internal conversation or dialogue that you have with yourself. This is where you can apply this message. Okay. If you are not an air sign, which is Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. All right. The message here is coming from the Spirit Fox, the Warrior, and the Lady card from the Ancestral deck. Okay. The Spirit Fox is asking you to trust your talents in changing times. And I feel like that's the repetitive message, right? Trust, right? And what are you trusting? You're trusting in the fact that, you have personal power. You can tap into creative ways to change situations in your life right now, which includes maybe even how you make money and deal with personal situations in your life in this changing time. Okay, so the Spirit Fox is asking you just to trust your talent in this changing time. Okay, the Warrior is asking you to be fearless and stand strong as you're moving throughout this energy, right? And the Lady is saying enjoy the growth and the reward that comes with it, right? So enjoy the growth and reap the reward that comes with it. But remember, with that, sometimes it's going to require you taking action. That action may not necessarily be required in a physical aspect. It could be required in an emotional, mental, okay, or spiritual, or maybe even physical aspect. So be mindful of that, all right? Trusting in your own gifts and skills is going to be important as you're moving throughout the day, okay? All right, we're going to jump on over to the wonderful Earth energy. Earth energy is going to be Capricorn. It's also going to be Virgos, and then it's going to be the wonderful Taurus, okay? If you are not an Earth element, you're going to apply this energy to the physical realm, the car, the house, the bills, the children, the relationships, and the responsibility that happens into taking care of all of these things, okay? Now, you have the message coming in from the ancestors with the Mountain card, the Travel card, and the Water Guardian, okay? Here we go. The Mountain card is asking you to stand your ground, right? So this is how you move mountains. You move mountains by facing things. You move mountains by dealing with things, right? So the Travel is asking you to move this mountain maybe by seeing and moving in a new direction, okay? Connecting with your emotions more is going to be required. Okay, so there may be a mountain in your life right now, and that could be an emotional, a mental, a physical mountain, okay, playing out in different aspects that you may need to move in a new direction as far as your emotions are concerned. So you definitely want to tap in emotionally, okay, because you may have been trying to solve this or to change the situation or to move past this in a physical aspect. Really what's moving here is they're saying move in a new direction to resolve things, and that can be more an emotional, master an emotional aspect of yourself, and then allow the physical things to unfold. And that is a message for the Earth signs, or if you're tapping into the Earth element, okay? All right. Last but not least, we have the wonderful water elements. Okay, water elements is going to be Scorpio, it's going to be Pisces, and it's also going to be Cancer. Okay, if you are not a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer, you can apply this message to your emotions, your feelings. All right, now we know your emotions, your feelings are governed by manifestation in this realm, so this is a very important element that you definitely need to master if you're not a water sign. Okay, now my wonderful water signs and water elements, you have Father Sky, you got the Winter, and you got the High Priest energy popping up. Father Sky is showing up, and the message with Father Sky is saying trust in the unknown. Okay, sometimes we try, especially Scorpios, you want to know everything, because that's the depths of coming to things. You want to know, you want to understand, you want to feel, you want to experience, and sometimes you may not know until it unfolds. So move through the energy, trusting in the unknown. The Winter card is saying that As you move through the energy and trusting in the unknown, you need to take care of your needs. And your needs sometimes may mean meditation. It may mean quiet time. It may mean sitting and watching a movie and laughing. It may mean having an important conversation. It may mean taking a mental day off from work so you can recharge, honey, okay? Whatever that means to you, you need to do so. It may mean exercising. It may mean, hanging with your kids. Whatever that means to you in your personal situation, you need to be able to do that while you are trusting and moving forward in the unknown, okay? The high priest energy is asking you, as you are doing that, you need to intend to create. So instead of creating things within that you think can't happen, won't happen, may not be for you, how about you dream past what you think can happen in this physical realm? How about you dream a different dream about all the wonderful things that can happen, right? How about you explore the impossibilities today, right? We are in Jupiter's energy today, which is all about expansion. So, why not expand past your current belief systems or limitations? Whether this being how you solve a problem, whether this being how you heal a problem, whether this be in how you bring more love into a situation, or whether this be in how you create something new from this particular situation, okay? So, as you're moving throughout the day today, remember that you have the power to change states at any time. You do not have to stay in any lower vibrational energy if you do not want to, but you also don't have to tap into any higher vibrational energy if you don't want to. You are the master of your own domain, aka your mind, right? Aka your heart, okay? Aka your mouth, your words, your throat chakra, okay? This is how you create your spells. Spellings, your words have power, okay? Your feelings have power, and your imagination have power, all right? So why not master them? Why not master you, right? Think about that as you're moving throughout the day, okay? Intuitive energies in the atmosphere. Tap into your personal power today, okay? Make sure you're moving with truth and integrity, regardless of how other people are moving today, because that's going to be important, all right? Remember that there is lack of self-discipline in the atmosphere for some people and lack of self-control. So because someone else is operating on that aspect, that does not mean that you need to, all right? Control yourself today. All right, discipline yourself today. All right, do something kind for yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself, master yourself. Right. I am going to see you guys live tomorrow on Instagram. Live tomorrow on Facebook for Paid Forward Friday, but I'm going to be live today on Instagram with Kelly Kell. So that's going to be the number 4, your inner voice. All right. So, and you can find me in any major streaming podcast, right? The number 4, your inner voice, spiritual chef. You can find me on Facebook, the number 4, your inner voice. You can also find me on YouTube, the number 4, your inner voice, and Instagram, the number 4, your inner voice. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow. Do something kind for yourself, love yourself, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.